Start off by kind of giving an overview and your thoughts on the upcoming season.
Well, Coach Grumman's recent, resignation. We're obviously going to be going through a transition period. Finding a new head coach, filling out the rest of this offensive and defensive staff. The offensive staff was pretty much in place, but we will need to decide quickly what kind of direction we'll be heading. In the format and the structure of what we're going to do to make sure that we can try and put a good product out there on the field, do justice to our kids, and give them the best opportunity to be successful, moving forward, from day to day, game to game, and so on and so forth.
Same question for Ryan, just kind of your thoughts and overview for the upcoming season.
I feel like this upcoming season will be better than the ones in the past because we have new coaches put in place. We've been working hard in the weight room, on the field so far this summer, and I just look real forward to it.
Ryan, what was your reaction and the kind of the players and the team's reaction when you guys found out Coach Grumman had resigned?
The players and the team, we were sad and we were all shocked. We didn't know it was going to happen. Not at all. Yeah.
Same question.
I was kind of taken back a little bit. I know how committed Coach Grumman, felt and how passionate he was for Meadowcreek, for the community, for the players, for the school. I'm certainly grateful for Coach Grumman. He gave me my first coaching opportunity. Brought me in and taught me a lot about the game, a lot about the coaching aspect, a lot about the school aspect, a lot about the academic aspect, in-season, off-season training, stuff like that. So, I definitely think that it kind of took us back a little bit, but in the long run, he cited family reasons, and I don't think that anybody can ever argue with family reasons. So that was he's doing what's best for him, the best of his interest at the end of the day, and when the clock strikes midnight, you've got to do what's best for you.
Ultimately, it'll probably be, I would guess, a few more days, but at least before the shock kind of wears off. But going forward now, how do you deal, both of you, how do you deal with the uncertainty, not knowing who's going to be the coach, and how do you, this close to the start of the season, how you've got to prepare now?
Well, one thing that's not going to change is that from end zone to end zone, from goal line to goal line, it's going to be 100 yards. You're still going to need to get 10 yards to get a first down. The rules of the game are not going to change. The aim of our program and our team is not going to change. To win games, to get out there and compete and represent the school and the community. Whether we have somebody that everybody enjoys or everybody doesn't enjoy as the head coach, the game remains the same. So that's one thing that we've got to make sure that our kids understand and realize and grasp that no matter who's leading us, as long as everybody does their job, we should be in a good position at the end.
Ryan, where do you stand as far as recruiting? Do you have any offers right now, and any timeline on making a decision?
So far, I don't have any offers, but I have a couple of looks from Jacksonville State, and I'm looking forward to visit them in the upcoming season.
And then, Ryan, next question. What does it kind of mean to play in that region, Region 7, where you have the defending state champions, and Norcross, and you have so many other good teams, North Gwinnett, Collins Hill. What does it mean to kind of be on the same field as those teams and kind of see where not only you stack up personally, but as a team where you guys stack up?
It's fun and hard knowing that I'm going against pretty much just about the best in the county. It's some will arguably the best in the state. It just shows a measure of how good our team are together and how we work as a team.
Just to add something about Ryan, you know, he mentioned that he's not getting, you know, not the inbox is not getting flooded right now, but you know, anybody that watches Ryan's work ethic and would sit down and get to know him and see how much of a student of the game he is. You know, though we may have been, you know, 0-10 last season, previous year, you know, he's a workhorse. He's a man amongst boys. He doesn't miss workouts. You know, whether he has to, you know, walk in the rain, you know, get a ride, whatever it is, he's there. He's a go-to guy. I mean, he is going to be the cornerstone for the team, without doubt.
You guys have gone winless, I think, the last 4 years. What would a victory this year for this program? What would it mean for not only this year's team but the program going forward? And that question's for both of y'all.
Ryan.
It would be a huge stepping stone for us, not only for us, but for Mr. Walsh, our principal, and the community of Meadowcreek. It would just feel great.
Yeah, you know, just kind of piggybacking off what he said there, I think it would absolutely, you know, the school would light up. It would be a buzz. I mean, it would just be phenomenal. I was ninth grade head coach last year, and we won a game last year, and you know, we play on Thursdays, and it's ninth grade football. You know, a couple people come to it, a couple parents in the stands, but you'd have thought the next day that that somehow Meadowcreek was able to play for the Super Bowl and we won it. You know, so I mean, it was, you know, it's a school, it's a community that's thirsty for, you know, thirsty and hungry for success. And, you know, we've got some grinders there that really deserve to, you know, at the end of the game have an opportunity to pull it out. You know, and then that will show that their hard work has paid off. You know, and it has come full circle. And you know, a win for the community would be, I mean, and not just one. You know, when we break the huddle, you know, after workouts and everything, it's playoffs. You know, that's our goal. You know, just, you know, of course you got to win them one at a time. You play them one at a time, but you know, playoffs is the goal. And once you get in the tournament, you know, once you get in the playoff tournament, anything can happen. So.
To that end, I guess that thirst you talked about for winning, does that pretty much help overcome the confidence issues? Let's face it, none of these kids have ever been in a situation where they've won a varsity game. Do you feel like that thirst, that hunger, or whatever you want to call it, kind of overrides the frustration and the confidence issues that come into play?
Yeah, well, for the players that are you know, all in, full committed, absolutely. You know, because, you know, they probably, when they put their head down the pillow, they're probably dreaming of you know, scoring that winning touchdown, or, you know, making the game-saving tackle, making the, you know, game-winning interception, you know, whatever it might be. And we have, you know, we have more and more kids that are buying in and being committed. And that's, you know, that's really, you know, a praise on what Coach Grimmage had rolling for us. You know, he was you know, willing to put in all hours, and I think some of the kids kind of saw, you know, how that was going, and hopefully that's become that's going to become a way of life for them.
Ryan, what do you feel like is different about the program now compared to your freshman year?
My freshman year, the program was okay. Throughout the years, it has gotten better. More coaches, better coaches. The weight room, our exercises we've done got more intense, more hard. The conditioning is brutal. What else? That's about it. It's just gotten better overall.
And this will be your third year starting at running back, is that correct?
Yes, sir. It's been my third year.
Okay. The last 2 years, do you have any idea as far as stats or numbers or anything, as far as rushing yards, touchdowns, or anything? Last
year, I only rushed for 800 yards and only had 3 touchdowns.
And what about your sophomore year?
My sophomore year, I didn't run the ball that much. I was more of a fullback blocker. I only had about 400 yards rushing and no touchdowns.
And then Coach Bond, other than the coaching vacancy, going into the season, what's kind of the strengths and weaknesses offensively and defensively that you see with the team?
We've got well, Ryan's. I think with some with a strong line, Ryan could be one of the most coveted running backs in the state. And our line is developing. This seems to be the best size that we have on the line as of right now that we've had. This will be my third year with the program, and in the past 3 years, this looks to be the biggest line that we've had. We've got two very talented receivers in Cortez Towles and Laquan Johnson. It seems though Cortez will make a sacrifice for the team, the program, and probably slide into the quarterback spot because right now we don't have anybody to really guide the ship on the field, as far as offense goes. And Cortez is a good enough athlete where he can transition, and he's been in the fire. He played his sophomore year, his junior year, and it's going to be his senior year, so he knows the game speed and what it's going to take to get out there and compete. And then I mentioned Laquan Johnson. He's good-looking receiver, probably about 6'2", 6'3", right around 170. I mean he's a physical specimen as well. Then we've got a couple guys that can give Ryan a break from time to time carrying the ball and help move the chains hopefully. On the defensive side of the ball, we'll only have 3 guys returning, so we'll be very young there, and I'm not sure if we're going to stay in the 3-4 or move to something else. I know that the guys have the past couple seasons under Coach Grimmage have studied the 3-4, and they're fairly familiar with the 3-4, but I'm not exactly sure as far as whenever a new defensive coordinator comes in what they will install. But we've got some guys that can fly around the ball and get on defense. You get 11 hats to the ball, and you're going to do a pretty good job. So whatever it is, we got to catch the concept fast and be ready for the challenge.
All right, Coach. Thank you.